Well, I've had an absolutely fantastic time in Cornwall over the last couple of weeks, but like everything, it all comes to an end sooner or later. So I'm back in Kent now. I'm back at my lockup. I've got a few things to sort out and a few people that I need to go and see. Now, I have been spoilt over the last couple of weeks with the beautiful Cornish coastline. So although I've slept here on many occasions, I don't really want to sleep here tonight. I'd like to try and find somewhere a bit more tranquil and picturesque. So that's my mission for tonight, is to find somewhere else to park. And it just so happens that I need to get some paint for Mary. Because I've been parked up by the coast, Mary has developed a little bit of rust on the step here, so I need to address this before it gets too bad. And it just so happens there's an industrial estate not far from here, and that industrial estate just happens to be on the River Medway. So I'm hoping if I drive down there now, I'll be able to find somewhere nice and quiet to park by the river. But before I leave here, I'm going to pop to the fish and chip shop and get some fish and chips, and then I'll make my way down to Medway City Estate and see if I can find somewhere nicer to park up for the night. And then in the morning I can go to the paint supplier and get everything I need to make Mary look pretty again. Right, I've got my fish and chips. Let's go find somewhere nicer to park, hopefully by the river. Box City. Have you ever seen anything like it? What is this place? And there's a laundrette. Look at that. The Revolution laundrette. We've got to check this place out. Oh man. Locked. Well, this is not what I expected. Take a look at this. I was really hoping to get down here and park over by the river down there, but look, there's a height barrier, so that's scuppered our plans. But check this place out. I've never seen this before. Box City. What's this all about? Take a look at this. How freaking cool is that? It's a shame it's got a gate there, because there's a laundrette in there as well, and I could have used that. Affordable office rental. Bespoke Designer, probably flexible rental terms, fully air conditioned, no business rates, £600 per month. £600 a month for a container. Not convinced. I think I'll stick to Mary. But that is pretty cool. That is really cool. It's a shame them gates are there, because there's an outside laundrette, and we love a laundrette, don't we? And I've got my bedding to wash as well. Damn. Anyway, let's see if we can find that elusive riverside park up. Let's carry on going. What's this response unit? Good. I think I'll be safe here. That's a bit of a nice park, isn't it? Don't know about the neighbours. I don't want to be trapped in, that's the only thing. Oh, here we go, nice park up by the river, so I can sit and eat my fish and chips. Look at that. It's not too shabby. It's definitely better than the old lockup, I think. Definitely better than the lockup. Well, I have to say that was absolutely lovely, yummy fish and chips, but the only problem is now I feel really sick. I ate way too much more than I should have done. Does anyone else ever do that? Oh mate, I think I need to go for a little walk now to try and walk some of this off. Oh, I just love the smell of the river. Right, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and then go for a little stroll around the industrial estate. I really don't know how people can cope without having a sink in their camper van. I really don't know. I would struggle without a sink. Now that I've moved my sink from over here to here, now that it's no longer underneath this overhead cupboard, doing the washing up with the door open and such a wonderful view like this, washing up is actually quite pleasurable. Oh, there goes my kettle. That's just about boiled. Some water for the cup and some water for me washing up. It's the way I roll, baby. What a brilliant life. Until you run out of milk. Good job, I've got some more. Cheers. I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. People started turning up for work, so I had to move forward a bit. I got a knock on the door, so I apologise for anyone out there if I made you late for work. So I'm not going to stay here because I don't want to get in anybody's way. I'm going to move round to the other part of the industrial estate. Excuse me. I've literally just woke up and quickly got dressed. I'm going to go somewhere else, find somewhere else to park up, out of everyone's way, and make myself a morning coffee, and then I'll go to the paint shop. Oh man, I wish I'd come up here. Look at this. It's even better. It's really quiet. It's a dead end as well. Maybe I'll just sit here and have a coffee, I think. Yeah, look at that. It's actually a dead end. Yeah, I think I'll sit here and have a coffee. That's not too bad, is it? Right outside Victron Energy. I might turn around first. So here we are, here's my view now. Look at that. Not too shabby. And it's kind of more private as well. It's a much more private location, I think. Why didn't I come up here earlier? Look at that. Still, that's one for the notebook. Right, I'm going to make myself a coffee and then head on over to the paint shop when they open and get some paint for Mary. Oh my god, the price of paint has gone through the roof. This just cost me £78. Take a look at this. 2 cans of spray paint. That's the base coat, lacquer, a little bit of filler, and of course a fly mask. 78 quid. Jesus. Just to take care of a little bit of rust. But I think Mary's worth it, isn't she? Right, let's get back to the lockup and take care of that rust. So here's a little tiny bit of rust that I want to take care of today. I'm going to use a zip wheel and an angle grinder to clean all the old paint off and clean all that rust up. I'm going to treat the rust, use some body filler if I have to, and then paint over it. Now I'm not going to film myself using this because I don't want to damage the lens on my camera. And to protect my eyes, I've got my old glasses on, and I've also got some old goggles in there somewhere. Well, as it turns out, it wasn't that bad. It's literally just surface rust. It cleaned off really easy. I'm going to treat it anyway with this rust remover. I'm just going to paint a little bit over there just to protect the metal, get rid of any rust that is embedded in the metal, and then I'm going to stone chip it and paint over it. Really simple job, really quick and easy, and you know what they say, a stitch in time and all that. Hopefully it won't come back. But this is a high traffic area, if you like, people stepping in and out all the time. That's probably why it's got a little bit of rust on there. But like I say, because I've caught it nice and early, it shouldn't become a problem. There you go, we just paint this on. We'll leave that to dry and that's it. Then we'll paint over straight over the top of that. It should go kind of a black according to this. Yeah, it's starting to change colour already. Brilliant. Now I haven't put any primer on here, I've just simply gone straight on with the stone chip. This is a kind of primer in its own right, but it goes on nice and thick and it just gives it that extra layer of protection. And once this is dry, I can then go over this with the silver base coat, and then on top of that will go our lacquer and we'll be golden. Or silver. Now whenever spraying any kind of aerosol, it's always a good idea to wear a mask, especially metallic paint, because there's little tiny flakes of metal in this paint and you really don't want to be breathing that in. Even if you're outside on a nice day like today, it's still important to wear some kind of respiratory protection. And now that our base coat is dry, I'm going to simply go over it with a bit of clear lacquer. I shall wait for that first coat to dry and then go over with another coat, and that should be it. We're good to go. Well, there you go, there's the end result. I think that looks much better now. It's fantastic. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. No more little bits of rust on my doorstep. It's been a really long day. I'm absolutely filthy and I need to go and find somewhere to have a shower. So if you like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.